guys, welcome to Players United, welcome to another video. And I just finished watching the John Gamper trophy. The game that we show our players for the season. The players are going to be defending our shirt for the upcoming campaign before the start of the season. And today we face Elche, a Primera División side. Normally this is with a team outside of Spain or with like a special occasion or something like that. For obvious reasons, it had to be someone in Spain because, for the traveling and stuff like that. It would have been fitting for it to be another team. At least we're, facing ourselves against someone that we're going to be facing in La Liga during this season. It was also actually supposed to be our first game of the season, but that got delayed for reasons that you guys already know. And it was 1-0, goal from Griezmann, the first 10 minutes were pretty decent. Overall, Barcelona have been playing alright. I feel like, I just have the feeling that if, there was supposed to be this revolution after the Bayern defeat, and today we're seeing the same names as always: Sergio Roberto, Jordi Alba, Piqué, Busquets, Griezmann, the same people as always. Not that there's anything wrong with these names, these are perfectly good, capable players. I'm just saying that to whoever thought there was going to be a revolution, well, it's September 19th, we received the battering on the 14th of August, and, well, here we are. Here it is. No revolution, no anything, and it is what it is. But without further ado, let's start with lineups and then we'll continue talking about the game. Barcelona to go with Neto in net, Sergio Roberto, Gerard Piqué, Clement Lenglet, and Jordi Alba in defense. A midfield duo of Frenkie de Jong, Sergio Busquets. A three cams in Coutinho, Griezmann, and Ansu Fati. And as a false nine, Lionel Messi. Well, Elche opted to go with Badia in net, Josan Fernandez, Calvo, Verdu, Josema, and Fidel in defense. A midfield four of Morente, Enfulu, Alamo, Peremilla, and atop Nino. Alright, from Elche, let's talk about Elche. There's not much to talk about. Let me just say that if Elche are going to plan to, I actually haven't seen Elche at all. I don't know their playstyle or anything. I haven't been very familiar with them. They were in one of the teams that I was following in Segunda last season. But I'm just going to say it out there. If they want to play possession football the way that they did, they're going back to Segunda very quickly. That is just my opinion from what I saw from this game. That is not much to judge. I cannot analyze their season based on just what I saw on a season friendly. But that's just what I'm going to leave out there. Other than that, created one or few chances here or there, but really not much danger. Barcelona had the game under control for the most part, even though the score was 1-0. If Messi would have taken one of his shots, Frenkie de Jong had a few ones, Coutinho had one here or there, Ansu Fati, I think he should have taken a shot when he took the goalkeeper out of the position, but the goal would have been ruled out anyways. But overall, that was pretty much it. Not many chances. Piqué and Lenglet had, they could have had an easy header and didn't. It's okay. It's not judging the finishing per se. Just saying that the scoreline could have perfectly been 2 or 3-0 by halftime. Perfectly fine. In terms of chance creation, I feel that we are creating good chances, and I know that there's some people that saying there are gonna be some criticism towards Coutinho. I can understand it because there's some parts where Coutinho doesn't participate a bit more, but I think that this is more the Coutinho. You can see that there's shadows of the Coutinho that we want to see. I overall thought that Coutinho had a pretty decent game for what we've previously seen of Coutinho at Barcelona. I liked him in that number 10 position behind the false nine of Lionel Messi. I'm surprised that Coutinho is participating more. And, there's shadows of Coutinho. We saw some good things for Coutinho out there today. and that was pretty exciting to see. Like, it's good that I honestly thought that with Messi on the side, Coutinho and Griezmann were never going to be seen, but at least Coutinho these past preseason friendlies has been, that number 10 behind the false 9, and it's working pretty decently fine. We're not playing with a 4-2-1-3 as I predicted, but that's also because we don't have that one player. Like, we don't have Wijnaldum. We have Rafinha, but apparently the board wants to kick out Rafinha because I believe Koeman wants to use Rafinha, but apparently hasn't been allowed to use. There's also options like Aleñá and Riqui Puig, but Aleñá on the bench and Riqui Puig on the stands. I was gonna make a video about Riqui Puig before the game, but I didn't want to rant, especially today. I don't feel like ranting today, although I could, because if the first thing that I see, the first bit of news that I see when I wake up today, realizing that, okay, guys, I live in Canada, I don't live in Spain, so I woke up at about 9 o'clock today, and the first news that I see is that Riqui Puig, that Koeman apparently doesn't count with Riqui Puig. It's pretty infuriating, because especially seeing him out of the squad list for the game today. And I know that there's going to be a lot of people that saying Koeman, how Koeman can do this, and like Koeman should be out, should be fired. Relax, everyone, just relax. I'm not saying that Koeman didn't ask for Riqui Puig to be sacked or to be sent out on loan or sold or anything. But the same thing was said about Quique Setién. They were trying to blame, Carles Perez leaving for Roma to Quique Setién, and it was clear that that wasn't the case. The board just sold him because they needed money. So that there's a difference between Koeman asking for Riqui Puig to leave and for him to not mind if Riqui Puig leaves. There's a big difference. If I had to say my opinion, it would be on the board. More Bartomeu doesn't want Riqui Puig at Barcelona, but I'll talk about Riqui Puig tomorrow. If you guys want a Riqui Puig video today, leave 10 likes. Leave 10 likes. When we reach 10 likes, I'll do the Riqui Puig video today. If you guys want it tomorrow for sure, leave 5 likes, and I'll try to do the video tomorrow anyways. But that way you guys can confirm it. If you guys really want to see the Riqui Puig video as early as possible, you guys know what to do. Hit that like button. With that said, the best player for me today was Ansu Fati. It's great to see that that he's come back from injury. It wasn't that big of a serious injury. It was just a knock, but overall, good to see Ansu Fati starting right back where he finished last season with good attitude, good intensity. Just he's alive. It just seems that the youngsters seem to be alive, while the other players, are like, okay, pass here or there. Frenkie de Jong, I'm gonna talk about Frenkie de Jong a bit. He's kind of worrying me right now, and it don't worry me not because he doesn't have the technical qualities or stuff like that. It just seems like he's kind of getting, he's getting the illness of this current Barcelona mentality that we have, which is like slow, think very slowly, like zombie mode. Like Busquets, Messi, Suarez that season, they're not moving that much. Like Piqué, Alba, making the game very slow. Like, it's just not very good to see, and I don't want to see this from Frenkie. I want to see him with more speed. I already saw that against Girona. Against Nastic, he was fantastic, but against Girona, he was, he was very slow. Like his mental speed wasn't up to par. Overall, I'm hoping that this gets fixed. We definitely need the best version of Frenkie de Jong. We need to get the best version of Frenkie de Jong. He's finally playing in his position, so that should, in the role that best suits him. So I hope that we can see the best version of him. And this is not a dig at any other players right now. I see a lot of criticism towards Sergio Roberto. I don't know. I don't understand why. Like, I think that he's a perfectly capable right back for Barcelona. Like, if he could have sustained his form, or actually Barcelona sustained his form with Sergio Roberto in it, from the 17-18, which I think has been his best right back season, I think that Sergio Roberto, for me, I've seen enough Sergio Roberto right back that I think that he's a perfectly capable starting right back for Barcelona. Is he the best option for right back for Barcelona? No, he isn't. But he a perfectly capable player to play at right back? Like, good. If he was at his best at right back and Barcelona overall played well, would I trust him to start in a Champions League final? Yes, I would. Is he the best option for starting a Champions League final for Barcelona? No, he isn't. But, there is a difference out there between him not being good and him not being the best. He doesn't need to be the best. He needs to be good. He needs to be able to fulfill what a role needs. So, I just wanted to say that because, although I'm not the biggest fan of having Sergio Roberto start every game at right back while you have it in Semedo, I think that he's perfectly capable to fill in a right back. Anyways, with that said, Griezmann had good 10 minutes. The goal was, the movement for the goal was pretty decent. Not a very surprising goal there. 95% of responsibility for that goal is Messi's, although he doesn't get even the goal, the assist. Alba tapping it in, the Messi-Alba connection, hoping that that's going to be still a strong weapon for this season. Other than that, Griezmann maybe had a few shots here or there in the beginning, like a good pass to Sergio Roberto from the left to the right. And after 10 minutes, again, Griezmann nowhere to be seen. And this is worrying because we can't have a 120th million euro player not doing anything. Literally doing nothing of contribution for the team, because pretty much 90% of our players can score the goal that Griezmann scored today. 90% of our forwards can score that goal, would have scored that goal in that exact same situation. So we need to, change the difference between, really contributing in the play and contributing in the stats. Because in the forward line, anyone can contribute in the stats. If you had a strong Barcelona team, like if we had Guardiola's Barcelona team and you had Messi, prime Pedro, and the next person beside them was, Konrad de la Fuente. Konrad would probably get about 10 goals and 5 assists during the season, easily. Why? Because if we create a lot of chances and our forwards are responsible to put them in, likelihood is that even if they miss a lot, they will put a lot of them in as well, because we just create a ridiculous amount of chances today. We created how many shots today? 20 something shots, and we had 15 of them on target or something like that. That we only scored 1 goal, we should have had easily 5 goals today. In another day, we scored 5 goals today. We didn't play amazingly. I thought that the game against Girona and Nasty were better. Not that we were bad, but I just think that when the youngsters get on the ball, like Ansu Fati, Trincao, Pedri, Dembele, they seem to do things. Even Dembele, which I think has been the most, low profile so far of the preseason, when he came in today, he did more than Griezmann in 5 minutes of play than Griezmann in the whole game. Even though he didn't score, he contributed more. He was taking on players. He was going past players. He was taking shots. He was associating with Messi, with Coutinho, with the midfield, with Jordi Alba. Things that I expect of the player to do. Griezmann, apart from one odd thing that he did during the game, he was nowhere to be seen. And Messi's Messi. Messi had a few shots that he missed, had a really good free kick that the goalkeeper saved. Overall, Messi's Messi, and when we talk about Messi, unless he does something that is Messi-esque level, there's not much to say, because Messi normally at least is good. So that's normally all I have to say about the game. About Riqui Puig again. If you guys want me to talk about Riqui Puig, leave it in the comment section, leave likes, so I know that you guys want me to talk about Riqui Puig. And I think that's gonna be all about today. That the John Gamper Trophy, today's John Gamper Trophy, what should be is the Barcelona game. The John Gamper Trophy is the Barca game that I would say is what Barcelona truly is. Normally, this game is a representation of what Barcelona DNA, what Barcelona should really be. And how many news of departures did we receive today? Aquí to Almería, Cuenca to Villarreal, Monchu to Girona, Riqui Puig is apparently going to go out on loan. And if you couple that with the likes of Chumi left, Dani Morer left, I think there was another forward, Barca B, that left also during this summer. How many is that? Also, like, I don't know, this is ridiculous. Please let the referendum go through, and so these people can't damage Barcelona any longer. At least, like, just let it finish now, so they can't touch any more things and get things more damaged than they already are. Please. Anyways, we're also done, guys. Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.